We all love the sound. If you spend a lot of your time watching Netflix, then there's a high chance that you might be psychologically tricking yourself into staying broke or depressed. Here's what happens when you watch extravagant, exuberant shows like such on Netflix. What happens is when you're watching such shows, exciting, thrilling shows, or if it's this strong com that you should experience, or some show that you really wish to experience sometime, what happens is your brain is actually living the experience when you watch such shows. And your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's virtual. So your brain thinks that you're actually experiencing all those things firsthand. And then obviously your brain won't push you to work at all in the real world out here because for your brain you've already achieved those things. While you were just watching the show, your brain was actually living the show, thinking it was you who did all those things. This is the same reason why we sometimes, start acting like the protagonist of our favorite shows. Like Damon Salvatore or some other playboy from some fictitious series. It is because our brain thinks that it was we who did it, not the guy from the virtual world. Our brain can't comprehend between what's real and what's not. So every time we watch such shows, we should focus on switching back to the real world as soon as possible and just reinforce this in our brain that it wasn't us who was living the experience or doing those things, that was just an act. Because if we don't, then we'll just be living in a fake world that we built for ourselves unknowingly. Like just think yourself, would your brain even think of taking action behind a task that it already thinks is fulfilled? I'm not asking you to completely stop watching any shows because I get it. Like some shows are fun and inspirational, but just focus on being inspired. Don't live it. Because if you do live it, you'll never experience it in the real world out. Like I'm sure you heard fans say this to their favorite actors or YouTubers that thanks to you, I've lived it, or it was like I'm doing it with you, or thanks to you, I've experienced it through you, etc. So if you're okay with being this kind of person who hasn't really done anything himself and is happy seeing someone else do the things he's wanted to do, then sure. But I don't think you're that kind of person because you're watching this video. So just don't fall for the psychological pandemic of tricking your brain into being complacent and average and I'd see you at the top.